As you can see, these guitar strings sound absolutely dead, so I should basically be ashamed of myself for keeping them for so long. So in this video I will be showing how to change the strings on your classical guitar so you can go from this to this. To start off, you will need the following: a guitar, guitar strings, these are my favorite by the way, and other accessories such as string winder and a tuner, which you can get on any phone basically. Now, the string winder is not absolutely necessary, but it will definitely save you some time. And for the guitar tuner, there is no need to buy one. You can download anyone from basically anywhere, just to your phone. When I don't have an analog guitar tuner at hand, I simply use an app called Guitar Tuner. It's quite decent and gets the job done. So now let's get to it. Before we continue, I will clarify that I will focus on the double hole guitar bridge. I find this one a bit more difficult to string than the single hole. The setup is practically the same for both, so worry not if you have a single hole guitar bridge. I am not going to show you how to string every string individually because the process is the same for everyone. However, I will show you how to string the top and the bottom strings, and I will show this both at the headstock and at the bridge. This will definitely help your strings hold their tuning for a longer period, and this is a technique that I've been using for many years. I will start with the low strings because they have more tension and require more time to get used to the standard tuning. This tuning has as a referential point the note A4, also known as 440 Hz. If you're wondering, 440 Hz means that the string vibrates at 440 cycles per second. That is the frequency of the cycle. However, I will leave that topic to the audiophile nerds and geeks. For the low strings, you will first string through the outside hole, in this case the left one. Then you go on top of the bridge and through the right hole, this way. In order to lock properly, make sure that the tail of the string is tied like a knot. This will prevent the string from slipping. This works for the strings E, A and D. At the headstock, when stringing the bottom low E, you will wind the string this way, initially to the outside of the headstock and then to the center. This makes the string lock itself. Don't string to the limit of the length of the string and leave a spare couple of centimeters. The process for the top strings G, B and D is exactly the same with two minor differences. First, it is advisable to make a little knot at the tail of the string. This is mainly because the material is different and the nylon is way more slippery. This knot will serve as an additional lock and will prevent the string from slipping. Second, these strings are inserted first from the right hole and then through the left hole. So to recap, the three bottom strings are first inserted through the left hole and the top three strings are inserted first through the right hole. This follows the principle of going from the outside towards the center. At the headstock, we will repeat the same principle as before. Initially to the outside of the headstock and then to the center. The remaining strings are stringed identically at the bridge. However, at the headstock they follow an inverse principle. If you look at this picture, you can see how the bottom B and the high E end looking towards the inside, while the rest of the strings look to the outside. Also, don't forget to clip the spare amount of string at the headstock. They don't look good, but don't cut them too short. Only enough so that they are not clearly visible. And that is how you string your classical guitar. Now let's try it. Oh yes, don't forget to tune every time you put a new string, and be prepared to tune over and over until the strings get used to the tuning tension. Hi everyone, and thanks very much for making it this far. If you like the video, you can subscribe here or check more videos here. I have more music, content and tools coming your way. Thanks very much and have a great day.